Carolyn from Carolyn's Musings. I wanted to share with you the new kit that I'm about to put up. There are 14 envelopes total. I have a few here, and they are gift card holders. Here's one set. There's different varieties of color and options along with your envelopes. And let me see if I can find another one. This one, I'll show you this one. This is one, and this is a pop-up, and your gift card goes in here. Let me see if I can find one that'll work. Ooh. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. The gift card would go in there, like that, and also in here, like this. Okay. And there are lots of them. I won't go through them here. I may show them at the end if we have time. Okay, so let me just show you the papers. First, I will show you the envelopes. I have two different styles. One, so if you're going to mail it, you can write your return address and their address. And they also have coordinating backing papers. And the second set is just plain for if you're going to use it in your journal, if you're going to gift them at church. I have my own labels that I print. Every year at church, we have actually mailboxes, and we send Christmas cards, gift cards, things like that to all the members of the church. And so that has, and so here's the colors. As I said, there's two options in the backing. Here's another with the backing. In here, just a plain back. Here, with the backing. And here, also with the backing. And the last one here with the backing. Okay, that's the envelopes. And then here are the gift card holders. I have one in red, one in a brown, and there are fussy cuts. These don't necessarily have to go on these. You can use them however you want. That one's supposed to be there. And this one. And this one. That's another mat. Okay. And I printed that one twice. And then you have this set. And these do go with this. These are the mats for this. And this one. And this one. And they each have coordinating backing papers. Same as with the envelopes. Okay. And then there are 2 extra pages for sentiments, and I'll show you what we'll do with those. And these are pockets, and then more sentiments, and I will show you. And these are your mats for the cards. Let me grab one. For these, okay? So this and this mat would go on top. You can choose which one you would like. And for instance, this one is a mat, and it goes on top of this. Okay, and I will show you how to put the 2 different varieties together. Okay, so first of all, we will start with this one. I've already cut it out. Let me move all this to the side. Okay, the first thing, let me get this one for here so I can show you as I'm working. Let me find it. Okay, so I'm working off of these two here. This one I've already cut out. And then you already know, I've already cut out this circle out of here. But I just wanted to show you how I cut out circles. I just put a line, cut out like this. Some do more, I usually don't. And then I have a little pair of scissors. Sorry, I'm making sure the camera is rolling. And then I just cut, and I stay right outside the white, and I try to be really smooth with it. I'm not being very smooth. I'm sure y'all will be a lot more smoother. See, it's a little jaggedy, but I'll go back and get it. See if I can do better on this half. Sorry, I'm having a hard time getting my hands where I want them. These are a little different than last year's gift cards. But I try to think of something different to give to the church members. Or these would be great for teachers. Okay, let me get in here and get this. Okay, that's a little better. And then I ink in here. Now you can use, you don't have to, I can't even think of the word, sorry. You don't have to use this. My mind's gone totally blank. Oh man. You do not have to cover up the hole. Okay, so then let's do scoring and put this together. And this is totally dirty. I work on this most of the time. So all you score on this one is here. Okay, and then you have this piece. This piece will be next, and this is the mechanism for the flip. And all you do here is just score at every inch. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Okay, and that's all the scoring that you have. Okay, and here, if you can see them, you're just going to kind of make a box. Hope that didn't mess up on the back. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay, and then I usually fold it in half and just get rid of that little bit. I made these about 4 inches, but to allow for scoring, I made it just a little bit bigger. So, and then what you do is on the open side, okay, you're going to fold this and burnish. Make sure it's even. Okay, and then on this side, you see where the score line is, I hope. You put this in here and you get it center. And then, I don't know if you can see or not, but you see you don't want to come all the way down because your score line shows a little. So you just pay attention to that. And then, oh, don't let me forget to do this first. Okay, so then you have these two pieces, okay? So this one comes first, that's your first. So here, you're going to want to glue it down. And I just tried to leave an even border. Okay, spread out the glue a little bit. And now you take your piece and you center it. And then you're just going to place glue here. Don't come all the way down. And close this up. Okay. And then you open it up and you can do the whole back square. And then close it up. Okay, and then for your circle, I thought about matching it up, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. So then you just put glue here below the score line. And place your circle here. Then kind of pull it through. And then let that sit for a minute. Just to make sure the glue is good. Okay, and then you decide out of your fussy cuts, and I'm going to try these. I'm going to see how I can do with them, with the 3 wise men and the manger. And let's see, that should be good enough. And then what we do is we put our mat on next. And this is just Fabri-Tac that I'm using here so that I have some wiggle room. Just want to try to get it even. Okay. Okay, and then there you go. And then you can put on this. I forgot to say in the very beginning, I printed everything on cardstock, 65 pound. And then you just put your glue. I went up too high. Try to stay close to the edge so that your card will fit. And then you glue your card down. And then you go to decorating. And what I was thinking about this is I have to make sure that that doesn't impede that. So I'm going to cut this right here. I'm just going to kind of do it in a little bit of a circle and see if it'll work. And keep that piece. And then glue this on. Oh, glue this on. And you have to stay in the circle. Might have should have come up a little more. Let's see. Move it down just a little. No, it's not going to go down, but it doesn't mess with it, so we'll leave it. It doesn't mess with our circle, even though it's just a tiny bit over. Okay, and then we'll just put some glue on this. I hate that I don't have no nails. I had done those gel nails I just wanted my nails painted because I usually have long nails, and I didn't realize that there was a difference. So they put gel, and so it killed my nails. So sorry, y'all. They look horrible. Okay, so then I'm just gonna match that up. Then when it opens, it doesn't impede anything. And then we'll decide where we might want to put these. Okay, we could probably do that. Okay, let's put this one down first. And what you have to, keep in mind is how much you don't want to put glue over there. So kind of position where you're gonna do it. Put your finger here so you know you don't want glue there. And then apply glue. And then go ahead and lift it up to make sure that you don't have glue. There is some, just wipe it off. And that was another thing I was going to say. Some of these, because you print on the back for this one. Okay, so this one has a backing. I opted not to print, to save for ink, not to print on the back of this one. So, like this man here, he's not going to have, but it's okay with me. Like when I did this one had backing, this one was white. Okay, so you have to decide whether you want to print both the mats and the bases with backing. Okay, forgot to say that too in the beginning. Okay, so then now let's do him. And again, make sure there's no glue there. I think he just has a little bit right there. So that'd be good. He won't show much on the other side. Okay, no glue. And then, let's see, there's lots of other sentiments. So we could put that there. I don't think I don't, I haven't, in the ones I've already made. I haven't done a lot of inking, but I will on this. Okay, and then put a little glue. And then that can go there. And there's your card. Okay, and then let's see if we did that correctly. Yep. And then your gift card can go in there. And then, of course, we can pick one of these. I guess it doesn't really matter. And you have an envelope for it as well. Okay, let's see. I think this is the one we're going to do next. So we'll leave that out. Okay, so now here's this. I didn't use that, so I'm going to put that over there. And let me find this one so I can show you. This one. Okay, so this is the one we're going to do. Now I did sew around these, but of course you know you don't have to. I did print on the back, of course. This is also on 65-pound cardstock. And these are a little easier. you're going to score where the lines are. So score. Okay, sorry, it's going to seem like I'm starting in the same place, but my iPad ran out of storage. So on this one, we're going to score here and here. And that's the only scoring that you have to do. Okay, and then we fold here and burnish. And here, get it even. I have some white over here where I have recut this out. I didn't get that off very much. So let me try to trim that up a little bit. Okay. And so let me trim this a little bit. I need a new blade in my cutter. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel. Let me see. I'm going to get that little bit of white off of there as well. Okay. I'm going to apply glue. Again, I'm just using the Fabri-Tac, so it gives me a little wiggle room. And you kind of just put it towards the edge as a border, okay, like that. Okay, and then this piece, this is kind of faded. It's so that you can write and put your sentiment. You can write your sentiment. I have supplied some, you know, just whichever you prefer. I've sewed this one, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac again. I just put some stitches on this one. And you move this one close to your fold line, but keep it even with your top and bottom. And the reason I say move it close to the fold line is so when you close it up, you don't see it. Okay? And then we take this piece. Excuse me. I'm going to get that little bit of white off. And again, we're going to apply glue. Probably got too much glue. And it goes here. Just giving yourself a border. And then you apply glue on the two sides. This is where your gift card will go. So here and here. Fold that up. Okay, and then you're on the front. And I have this one for here. I've also sewn around the edges of this one. You don't have to sew. And just smear that glue everywhere. You keep it even and give yourself a border. Let me get some of this glue off of here. Okay. And then I have this one. You don't have to decorate it this way. It's just what I'm going to do. And then you kind of just put your finger, because you don't want to glue all of it. You're only going to glue a little more than half. on this one. Put that there. I just spread out the glue, okay? And then you can choose your sentiment. There's plenty to choose from, and you can still write your name here. And you could even put, there's some sentiments in there that'll fit there. And you could put a star there. Okay, we'll do that. There's lots of different ways you can decorate. Lots of options. Okay, and that can go there. Might put that star, might be cute there. Yeah, I might do that. Turn it that way. Okay. Then you can put this in here. And you could put that on there. Okay, and then your gift card. I think I have my gift cards somewhere else. I'm gonna have to find them. I'm looking through the rest of them. Well, I tell you what, we'll go through the rest of them, and then we'll see where the gift card is. Okay, so there are 4 different designs for this one. Here's what I did to this one. And then, of course, the one we just did. And this one. And this one. Okay, and then there are 4 of these. This one. And this one. And this one. And this one. And I didn't find the gift card. Okay, and then another thing that I thought of is, for instance, we'll just use this one since it's on top. You could because there is a lot of ephemera and things left. You could put this, say, on the back if you didn't want to seal it. And you could glue here, and then, you know, use that as your closure. There is this. You could use this on the back of your envelope, or this on the back of your envelope, because there is a lot. There's a lot of different ephemera for you. Okay, I hope I covered everything, and I hope you liked these. And thank you all so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.